Hey everybody, this is Alex Merced, developer advocate here at Dremio, with another tutorial on a cool SQL function that you can use in the Dremio Lakehouse platform. And the next one we're going to talk about is date, add, and subtract, which pretty much live up to what you think they are. They're essentially the amount of time between 2 points in time. Okay, so here we go. So what we're going to do here is we are going to create a table of project deadlines. So what we're going to want to do is do two things. We want to know when a project should be completed. What is our deadline? Okay, the end date of the project based on the beginning of the project and the allotted time for that project, the duration of days. Okay, the second thing we want to know is that we're going to want a buffer date, right? We don't want to start right when we're supposed to start because, we want some cushion to give ourselves a buffer to make sure that we're completed on time. Okay, so we're also going to want to kind of figure out a few days before the start date to give us a buffer date. Okay, so using these two fields, the start date and the duration days, we're going to do exactly that. So we'll insert some records into the table. Then we are going to do this query right here where we're going to add the duration of days. So we're going to add the number of days to the start date, which will give us the date that is the result of that calculation. So it's going to give us, say, to this date plus this number of days. Okay, so the start date of the project plus the number of days that is the duration of the project, that's going to give us the deadline of the project. Okay, the end date. Okay, and then the next version of the query, we're going to do date sub, which subtracts. So same thing, we take a start date and then a number of days to subtract. But in this case, it's just an arbitrary 5. And yeah, let's go take a look at the results. So let me go make sure I set the context. Okie dokie, and that's done right over here. And I'm going to choose this folder right here. Okay, and I'm going to run this. Okay, and it's beginning. So it's going to begin creating our table, inserting the records, running the queries. Again, if you want to examine the SQL for this or any of the scenarios we go over in these videos, just click on the video description where you'll find a link to the repository with all the code. Okay, so that's done. And what we're going to do here is let's take a look at the query with the end date. So we can see here we took the 20th, so the 1st of January, add 30 days to it, and that brings us to January 31st. Makes sense. Okay, now let's go to query number 4. And we can see here that if we subtract 5 days, starting with January 1st, that brings us to December 27th, the previous year. Okay, so this all works out pretty well. So now you know about this function that you can use in your queries in the Dremio Lakehouse. I'll see you all soon. Have a great one.